Yahoo, Uman, Yahoo, Uda. Peace to the kings and queens. We got the nation's biggest panther in the jungle, King Rick. And this is the very first episode, the beginning, LAIR of the Black Panther. And all I can say is, y'all wanted him, now you gotta deal with him. Fall back. Y'all wanted him, now you gotta deal with the king. I told y'all I was gonna go get him, so now you gotta deal with him.
What's up, Black America? What's up, Black Nation? Too black, too strong, to be denied. Welcome, Black. The very first episode of the LAIR of the Black Panther. It's going to be hard-hitting, raw, edged, from a Black Panther perspective, featuring the biggest panther in the jungle, King Rick, and my brother from another mother, my son, S.U.N. General Udi, second in command of the original Black Panthers.
Peace.
Too black, too strong, to be denied. So, tonight's episode is our first and formal episode, General?
It's the beginning. You say the beginning. It's the beginning.
It's going to get black. It's going to get blacker. So tune in. We're going to educate you. We're going to enlighten you. And we're going to inspire you. We're going to let you know that black is beautiful. A little bit more about that later.
And I'm going to be eating non-laters.
Now, can we get some chicken up in here?
Oh, we do got some chicken.
I know we do.
We do got some chicken. Let me know. Y'all know the general don't go nowhere without chicken.
Without chicken.
We got him some fried chicken, so whenever he ready.
So, you know, this show is going to enlighten and inspire you from an original Black Panther perspective.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to educate you. We're going to love you. We're going to honor you. And we're going to educate you. Because true learning comes from the observation of the world. I'll say it again. True learning comes from the observation of the world. My phone's acting kind of funny.
It says, you know.
Broadcast pause. There we go. Am I black?
Definitely.
Oh yes, I'm black. Black to the future.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, we decided to start this podcast, the LAIR of the Black Panther, where we're going to invite you into our lair, our den, so we can educate you on many different avenues and aspects. Far too often are we not enlightened and inspired. I'm not going to disrespect you. I'm not going to treat you like a slave. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to treat you like kings and queens. And with my General Udi here, the second in command of the original Black Panthers, a lot of people might not know this, but due to a lot of health issues and other things, I decided to take a break and allow my younger brothers, General Payne, who's going to take over the original Black Panthers, and General Udi, who'll be the second in command, because the young always inherit the revolution. I am 58 years old, soon to be 59. I am a dinosaur. It is time for our younger people to take the realm and the mantle of the revolution. So, you know, I'll still be here. I'm the biggest panther in the jungle and the biggest gorilla in the world. Some people call me a silverback. I got some silver here. So, but you know, this podcast is going to be educational, informative, enlightening from a Black Panther perspective. Tonight is the first episode. We've been doing this for a long time, been waiting for a long time. Every Thursday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, we're going to get black. And it's going to get blacker.
And we're going to tell the truth a lot. You know, that's something you don't experience these days. We're going to tell the truth a lot.
Because that's the only way that we've been taught. Either you like it or you don't. And anybody that knows me, I always speak the truth. Whether you like it or you don't. Do I give a fuck?
He don't care.
I don't give a fuck. I speak the truth. And if I don't know what I'm talking about, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to get crass. I like to cuss. I might cuss you out in French. Because I do speak fluent French. Bonjour, mon chéri, comment ça va?
I don't. I cuss in English.
Anyway, you know, so let's get started. We are too black, too strong to be denied. This is the inaugural show of the LAIR of the Black Panther, and I'm so honored that my brother General Udi would allow us to get out here and make this happen. It's important that we enlighten and inspire you and educate you. I'm not in it for any monetary things or like that, because revolutionaries are truly poor. So it is what it is. I'm going to survive. The ancestors chose me. I didn't choose them. So let's get black. As always, before we begin, this is the introduction to the LAIR of the Black Panther. Enlightening, informative, and educational. We have many different segments, so let's get black. General, anything you got to say before we finish? Because we're going to get black, y'all.
No, let's do it.
All right. Listen, the first segment is entitled Black News Nationwide and Worldwide. Let's talk about our brother Bill Cosby, who was just recently released from prison because of situations of sexual assault and sexual harassment. But a lot of people don't know that brother Bill Cosby signed a stipulation before he got rearrested and sentenced to prison with a district attorney who happened to be Donald Trump, Donald Gump, Donald Lump, Donald Hump, grab the crotch, ex-president of ours, part of his staff. He signed an agreement that said he was not going to be prosecuted, but here we are in America, and I say America with 3 Ks, KKK. America was built on violence, racism, oppression, injustice, and inequality. When a strong, intelligent person of color stands up and speaks the truth, they want to ostracize us, they want to downplay us, humiliate us, and eventually kill us.
True.
Can you say Dr. King? Can you say Malcolm X? And countless others. Oh, this is going to be an enlightening show. I'm going to educate you, and my General Udi is going to educate and enlighten you too. And if you don't like it, what do I say?
He don't care.
I don't give a fuck. It's about the people and the betterment of our people. And I might be crass. Oh well, I still love you. I will never ever look down on our brothers and sisters. The only way I'm gonna look down on you is I'm helping you up. If my community is hungry, so am I. If my community is hurting, so am I. And I don't usually get on social media and do lives like this because I'm a very private person. You know, people have tried to kill me, things like that, shot at my home, messed with my vehicles. I had stalkers and health issues, but that's not going to stop me. I get my power from the people. Power to all power to the people. That's where I get my power from. You enlighten me and you inspire me and you keep me going. So let's get on to the show. Bill Cosby was recently released from prison due to the fact that he signed an agreement years ago that said he couldn't be prosecuted for the crimes of sexual assault and harassment that he was accused of. I'm not saying Uncle Bill was right. I'm not saying that. We must respect, honor, and cherish our queens by any means necessary. Any means necessary. But if he signs an agreement and they agree with it, why was he locked up? Bill, don't be like the other Bill. Donnie Gump, Donnie Trump, grabbing him by the crotch. That was in a different time. I'm not saying what you did was right because it would never be right. We must honor, love, and respect our queens because without you there will be no us. Listen, you have given us enlightenment and inspiration. You have given us life. And I don't usually do this. The only reason I'm doing this is because my brother talked me into it. I'm not a type of brother that gets out here and goes on live social media. I don't do that. I'm a man of action. I'm a man of power. I'm a man of valor. I'm king. So Bill Cosby, you got good lawyers, brother. You're out of prison. The true story eventually come out. I look at it this way. Didn't Elvis marry a 14-year-old girl?
He did.
Elvis, blue suede shoes, and didn't Jerry Lee Lewis marry his cousin who was what, 12, 13?
She was.
Okay. So what am I saying? Were they prosecuted? Nah, they weren't.
Woody Allen
Woody
married his wife's daughter.
Woody Allen
Married his wife's daughter. How does that work? How do you marry your daughter-in-law? Your stepdaughter, I mean.
That's a great question. How do you do that? But listen, fuck America, fuck racism, fuck oppression, fuck injustice, fuck inequality, and fuck police brutality. We are too black, too strong, to be denied. It's going to take every person of color, red, black, green, white, fuchsia, pink, purple. Do we have orange people? Them too.
Well,
to fight this problem. But in order for us as African Americans, black people, to solve issues, we got to take care of ourselves first. And that's holding those who are a detriment to our community accountable. If Ray Ray and Pookie, I'll say it again, if Ray Ray and Pookie are shooting up our neighborhoods, stealing cars, robbing people, oh, they need to be held accountable. Your ass need to be locked up. You are a detriment to our community. And you got to go. Especially in Milwaukee, when we have a lot of stolen cars, deaths, shootings, and whatnot. Listen, even though Milwaukee is the most racist and hyper-segregated city in America, the mayor, bad news, Tom Barrett reminds me of Boss Tweed from Tammany Hall, and the ineffective, uncommon council of Milwaukee reminds me of Tammany Hall. You've got over $1 billion worth of infrastructure in downtown Milwaukee. Over $1 billion. But in the impoverished black and brown communities, you're going to give us crumbs. Okay, you'll give us a library and some low-income housing, but what about something that's sustaining for our people? What about something that's going to change the school system? Because it's one of the worst in the country. And I'm only speaking what I know. It's up to us to change the dynamics, but let's keep going. I want to talk about the Olympics briefly, because this is black national news. Wait till we get on white crime. It's going to give you something to think about. But we're on black news, locally, internationally.
I would like to publicly state, although that is a brilliant title, I had nothing to do with it. I would like to take credit for it, but I can't.
I got that from my godfather Teju. White on white crime. We're coming to that, but let's finish black news. Let's go to Simone Biles. This queen has done things in the Olympics and the gymnastic community that no one else has done. No one else. They tried to change the rules because she was so great at what she did. And now, in the past Olympics, she needed to take a mental break. And I'm going to tell you, a lot of you sellouts was talking bad about this queen. Oh, she's an Olympian, whatever the fuck it is. She should be ready for that. Listen, pressure busts pipes, and we handle pressure differently. And I'm not going to talk about this queen in a negative light. She needed to take a break, and she did. The most famous gymnast ever in the world is a black queen, Simone Biles. If you needed to take a break, you took a break, you came back and did what nobody else has ever done. You are too black, too strong, to be denied. In my personal opinion, it might be a silent protest. In my personal opinion.
and I think so too, because the way the media took it, the media persecuted her. And you know,
and black people too, man.
I was mad at us because the first thing we cared about was the sister hair. When she won all the medals, the first thing that was trending all over the place was her hairstyle. But we got our priorities. This woman just made history. Right. And we supposed to get back to the natural anyway. Ain't nothing wrong with that natural. I'm telling you, Queens, I take either way, but ain't nothing wrong with natural. Trust me.
Of course, that's where we originated from.
Mm-hmm.
Our queens are queens. Without you, there would be no us.
True.
So Simone Biles, you did what was necessary for you to do. You will be the most famous gymnast ever in the world, and you are a queen, a black queen.
And we applaud you.
And all you homogenized Negroes, I call them Tobies.
Toby.
Tobies. you need to be kuntas and respect this queen for who she was. She needed a break.
Some of these turkeys need their foots cut off, but either way it goes.
Yeah, they do. Or they need to be. I like deep fried turkey. You like deep fried turkey? Okay. Anyway, so Simone Biles, you are a queen. We respect you. We honor you. You did what was necessary. You know, the Olympics has just ended, and I really didn't watch much of it because, and I'm gonna tell you why. There was an American sprinter by the name of Sha'Carri. This queen was like burning everybody off the track and tested positive for marijuana in a state where marijuana was legal. Let me ask you a question. So the golden boy, the golden white boy, what his name is, Michael Phelps, whatever his name is, tested positive for marijuana. Did he not? Mm-hmm. And you all still allow this golden child to participate in the Olympics, didn't take away no medals, but Sha'Carri tested positive for marijuana in a state where it was legal.
Didn't he test positive for more than that? He had all kind of
I
problems.
don't know, Michael Phelps.
I think
you
he
know,
has
America.
all kind of problems.
So here's my thing. You allowed Michael Phelps to get away with it, but our queen Sha'Carri was one of the fastest women in the world. That, you know, here's my thing. White privilege in America, and you can't deny it, happens daily. I'm not saying it's right, but I'm saying it's accurate. And in order for us to solve the social and economic conditions that plague the impoverished black and brown communities of every urban city, we have to get together and change it. And let me tell you something about the original Black Panthers and King Rick. We are not a hate group. We are not a racist group. We are against racism. We are against oppression. We are against injustice. We are against inequality and police brutality. We will help anybody and everyone that needs it. So, Simone Biles, you are a queen. Carly, you are a queen too. You was one of the fastest in the world. They took you out because they didn't want you there.
Mm-hmm. And then you know what I was thinking, King?
Right.
It's crazy how now you got this thing in America where they're legalizing marijuana in all of these different places, and
right.
and they did the same thing with bootlegging and liquor. You got
in
people,
prohibition. You're right.
You got people right now doing time for the same liquor that you can go get a dollar bottle of, and they sitting right now up under the jail cell, never coming home, and liquor is legal on every street corner.
Now it is.
Right. And so they doing the same thing with marijuana. Now after they didn't...
Man, you're right. Listen, eventually marijuana, recreational, whether medicinal, is going to eventually be legal in every state. What about those individuals who've been locked up for marijuana charges? You've got our family members incarcerated for selling marijuana. Back then it was illegal, okay, fine. But now when it changes, are we going to let them out of jail?
Right.
But I remember, what's this brother's name? John DeLorean, the white boy with the cars and everything that got caught selling ounces of cocaine to an undercover agent and never did a day in prison. Check it out, John DeLorean. Never did a day. Is that white privilege or am I wrong? Cocaine, marijuana.
That's a huge difference.
Big difference.
Huge difference.
Never served a day in prison. He was caught on camera. John DeLorean, you know the DeLorean cars were sports cars. What is that movie, Back to the Future, with Michael J. Fox?
Right.
The car was a DeLorean car.
Oh, yeah.
This man got caught selling ounces of cocaine and never did a day in prison. But our brothers and sisters who have been selling marijuana, big difference, are still incarcerated. And when it becomes legal in every state, you better let our brothers and sisters out.
Look at Tim the Tool Man. He was a big drug
come
dealer.
on, man.
Tim the Tool Man was a big dope dealer.
It's privilege. People cannot deny that is white privilege in America. America was built on that. And I'm not saying that to be racist. I'm saying that because it's true. I mean, African Americans, black people, were stolen as captives from another country, another continent, and brought here and turned into slaves. But that's another story. It's going to get blacker. This is the first show. I don't want to get too black on you because you might not tune black in. But anyway, so Simone Biles, Sha'Carri, we got your back. Regardless of what people say. And what bothers me a lot is our own people are talking bad against them. These young ladies are queens. Listen, you talk bad about Sha'Carri running fast, and you talk bad about Queen Simone Biles in the Olympics. How many of the people we talk about them can do a backflip or a roll? Fuck you. Anyway, I'm sorry. Right. Let's get back. Right. Now, as you know, the Milwaukee Bucks, I call them the Milwaukee Ducks and Sucks, won the NBA championship this year. Let me tell you about Milwaukee, Wisconsin. It is the most racist and hyper-segregated city in America. I'll say it again. Milwaukee, Wisconsin is the most racist and hyper-segregated city in America. In downtown Milwaukee and its Upper East Side, you have over $1 billion worth of building and infrastructure. But in the impoverished black and brown communities, we have crumbs. In the Deer District, which I call the Fear District, generated during the Milwaukee Bucks playoff run, $250 million. I said it again.
That's a lot of money.
$250 million. How much of that is going to be placed back into the impoverished black and brown community? That's a lot of money.
A big fat donut hole.
People in downtown Milwaukee love to have fun. And I'm going to be honest with you. You all are familiar with Happy Days. You know Happy Days with Richie, Fonzie, Potsy, whoever. They got a statue of Fonzie downtown Milwaukee near the lakefront, like doing, hey.
I seen that. How the hell does Fonzarelli?
Arthur Fonzarelli. If you look back in my pictures on my page, you will see a picture of me choking the shit out of that.
I remember that day.
Who is Arthur Fonzarelli? Doesn't exist. There are a lot of black people in Milwaukee that have done things for Milwaukee. Vel Phillips, Commander Mike McGee, Marvin Pratt. The list goes on in Milwaukee, but don't get me started. Let's get back to the Bucks and how they suck.
and come on, black folks. Y'all got the biggest panther in the jungle. I convinced this man to get in front of a camera. Y'all ain't never seen this before. Please hit the like. Please hit the share. Let's get it poppin'.
Let's get it black. It gets blacker. Listen, the Bucks generated $250 million for downtown Milwaukee and its Upper East Side. The Deer District was packed. But let's be honest, a lot of those people weren't wearing masks. And the coronavirus in the state of Wisconsin has spiked up. Listen, I'll get black to that later. Bucks, Bad News Mayor Tom Barrett, the ineffective Uncommon Council of Milwaukee, the county executive, what is his name? David Bowen, county supervisors. It's time you put a economic development plan in place right now in Milwaukee, because Milwaukee has endured an uptick in crime, shooting, stolen cars, all of that. And Milwaukee is the most racist and hyper-segregated city in America. Little bitty Milwaukee. We used to be known for beer. Schlitz, Miller, whoever, but now we're known for racism, oppression, injustice, inequality, and police brutality, because we allowed it. So, Bucks, NBA, y'all better do something about all the problems going on in the inner city of Milwaukee, because the Deer District, downtown Milwaukee, and its Upper East Side has received over $250 million in business. But if you go 6 blocks north, you see extreme poverty from the Fire Sheriff Forum. Alex Landry, fuck you. Tom Barrett, fuck you. The ineffective Uncommon Council, fuck you, until you come up with a comprehensive plan that's going to give economic development to the impoverished black and brown community of Milwaukee. Because when you do that, the crime rate drops. It's a proven statistic and a proven fact. If I'm wrong, prove me wrong. So let's get to our Presidente. What his name is? Joe Biden.
Freaky Joe.
Freaky Joe. Listen,
Freaky
one
Joe.
thing you need to know about the biggest panther in the jungle, I am not a Democrat or a Republican. I'll say it again. I'm not a Democrat, nor am I a Republican. I am a black man living in a black world, doing black things for black people and then others. That's who I am. So Biden and Harris, you made a promise to our community. We're going to hold you responsible. We were the ones that got you in office. People were tired of Donald Trump and his crotch grabbing. I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry. Fuck Donald Trump. Anyway, whatever. Different time, different environment. People of color need to stand up and unite and change the dynamics. We are poor. We are suffering. Not only has the COVID-19 decimated every area of our community, poverty continues to do it as well. You can only steal from poor people so much, because when we have nothing left, what community they go to? The rich community. I'm just saying, crime is crime. And now, this is another segment to our show. People are not going to like this, but
I am.
I got this from my godfather, Teju, out of Milwaukee. It's called White on White Crime. You know,
Hello.
hello.
Biscuits and gravy.
They always say black on black crime. That's a misnomer. It's racist. Crime is crime. Whether you're black, red, yellow, white, or brown, crime is crime.
People commit crime around the people they're around.
Thank you, man. All the time, because we're in close proximity to each other. So why would you call it black on black crime instead of calling it crime in general? So my godfather Teju, who's been instrumental in my life, helping me become a strong, intelligent black man, started something on WNOB called White on White Crime. And we're bringing it black. Every Thursday, 8 p.m. Central Time. Central Standard Time. Mm-hmm. Facebook, Instagram, wherever we are, you're going to hear it. This segment, White on White Crime. So, let's start with Governor Cuomo of New York, who just resigned recently for allegations of sexual assault, sexual harassment, and whatever. If you did it, you need to go. Here's my question. Donald Trump wanted to grab women and did grab women in their crotches, but you still allowed him to be president. Did they not? I'm not saying what Governor Cuomo did was okay. It wasn't. But you allowed the most racist president, besides George Washington and Thomas Jefferson, and even Abraham Lincoln, the great emancipator, study your history on Lincoln. He said if he had to do it all over again, he wouldn't have freed his slaves. History.
Yes.
Can you say knowledge? But anyway, Governor Cuomo resigned from New York due to the allegations. If you did it, bro, you need to go. That's it. That's all. But you all allowed Donald Trump to be president for 4 years with many allegations going against him. And I do know legally you cannot charge a sitting president with any crime. But he ain't sitting no more.
He's not sitting no more. They all criminals.
So let's do what we got to do.
I want to find this thing because I want to read it. Go,
okay.
That's how
so let's continue with white on white crime. You know, y'all might not like this. I'm not racist. The original Black Panthers are not racist. The biggest panther in the jungle is not racist. We are against racism. We are against oppression. We are against injustice. We are against inequality and police brutality. So let's continue with white on white crime. Donald Messi Jr. of Lancaster, Pennsylvania, was charged with homicide. Police found body parts in the freezer, like the heads and all that kind of stuff of his relatives, and charged him with homicide. White on white crime.
let me make sure I spell it right because I want to. Which one was it? Where is it?
No, it's right here.
Right here.
Donald Messi Jr. of Lancaster, Pennsylvania. You committed white on white crime. Stop saying black on black crime. White on white crime. Let me get the camera.
And then the crazy part is, it's hard to even find. It's hard to even find his name. Had there been somebody black, it'd have popped up right away.
Hello. So let's continue with white on white crime. And Remy Jasm in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, claimed to be Jesus, right? I'm going to say it again. Claimed, I got to get you on camera, sir. We got to do this right. Claimed to be, there we go.
The man
claimed to be Jesus and stabbed 3 people.
The man.
What?
They was at a party.
Tell him, General.
They was at a party, just hanging out, and in the middle of them hanging out, he screams out, "I'm Jesus," and starts stabbing everybody.
This was a white party, right?
Yes.
White on white crime.
Yes.
Y'all was smoking crystal meth or crack. I don't know. Anyway.
And then when you look at the, y'all look through it up. How you spell it again so we get everybody.
Ramyjasim. Remy Jassim. White on white crime. Listen.
And
stop always talking about black on black crime because that is racist and it's a misnomer.
Okay. Here we go right here. When you look at this dude picture, I don't know how he thought he was Jesus. So he looked crazy. Wait till y'all see the picture. Look it up.
Mental health.
A homeless man claiming to be Jesus stabbed 3 people in an apartment in southeast Pittsburgh Monday.
Okay. Listen. Every show we're going to highlight white on white crime because America and your media loves to highlight black on black crime, so we're going to flip the script and highlight white on white crime, yellow on yellow crime, orange on orange crime, because crime is crime. Because when you specifically say black on black crime, that is racist in nature. So, you know, this is our first show. We got a lot of stuff going on. It's going to get blacker. It's going to get better. We have different segments. And now, if you've ever heard me talk or ever heard my radio broadcast, I started something called Verbal Milk and Revolutionary Cookies.
Okay, hold on. See. I'm not going to allow you to do what you just did.
What I do?
This is white on white crime. There's no way I'm letting white people off the hook right now.
We're not letting them off the hook.
First of all, this first white man had a head in his freezer. Just had a head in the freezer.
Wait, can you say Jeffrey Dahmer? Anyway. Go ahead, John. I'm sorry.
What makes you wake up and just say, I'm going to chop my wife's head off and put it in the freezer? But black people are too aggressive, and I don't know what's wrong with them. And the second white guy, just chilling. We just chilling, hanging out. Maybe having a beer or two, and all of a sudden, I'm Jesus. Okay. I just had to make sure they understand.
They understand.
This is way past normal.
But listen, tune in every Thursday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, to the Lair of the Black Panther. Come to the den where you're going to get educated and enlightened and inspired. And once again, we're not racist. We're not a hate group. We are against racism, oppression, injustice, and equality. Just so I'm going to let you know. We are. But stop saying black on black crime. It's crime in general. America is the most segregated country in the freaking world. We live close to each other, proximity. And any time that violence happens, it's usually in our community. Because 85% of white people kill white people.
You care who you live by.
You know that? 85% of Latino people kill Latino people. 85% of orange people kill orange people, even though we have orange people. I'm just giving you an example. So, check it out. If you don't believe what I'm saying, check the statistics for yourself. So let's get to verbal milk and revolutionary cookies. How about you grab yourself a glass of verbal milk, pour it up, get out your plate and your revolutionary cookies, because we are about to enlighten and inspire you. Due to America being the most racist and segregated country in America, the crime in our communities continue to rise. Mayhem, carnage, chaos, and murder continue to decimate our communities. Why is that? Why? Not only do we have to hold ourselves responsible, we have to understand that there's a cause and effect to everything that's going on. In America, and I say America with 3 Ks, people might not like it. It is c'est ce que c'est. It is what it is. That is your verbal milk. So now let's take those revolutionary cookies from your plate, dip into your verbal milk. If you want to solve those problems in every urban city, an economic development plan must be placed in effect immediately in every urban city. When you have a great school system, when you have a great economy, when you have an end to racism and oppression, which probably never end, but when you at least try, crime rate drops. It's a proven fact. If I'm wrong, prove me wrong. That is your revolutionary cookies. So, gentlemen, they need to take those cookies off the plate, dip it in the verbal milk, take a bite, let me know how it tastes, because I like cookies.
You had some cookies too.
Oh, yes, I do. Oh, man, I'm not going to.
You got all the snacks. And
yes, sir.
He had cookies and chicken.
That's like chicken and beer. Who did that? Ludacris?
Oh, he did call it chicken and beer.
Chicken and beer. Listen, this show is going to be educational and informative from a Black Panther twist. This is our first show. Our very first show. And what I want to do in each and every show is pay homage to the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense, started in 1966 by Dr. Huey P. Newton and Bobby Seals. It was designed in Oakland, California, to fight against racism, oppression, injustice, inequality, and police brutality. The Black Panther Party for Self-Defense was responsible for a lot of programs that are still continuing today. Can you say breakfast programs? Can you say free lunch programs? Can you say health programs? They even started a school. You all can say what you want to about the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense. They weren't a racist group. They were humanists. They loved each and everybody, but understood that we have to take care of ourselves first. And you have a lot of groups out there that say, well, the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense carried guns and all that kind of stuff. Okay, but that was a small part of it. Let's not forget about the programs that they started. I remember growing up as a Panther Cub, and a lot of people might not know this. At the age of 10, I started out as a Panther Cub. Age of 10. And I'm 58, right now I'm about to be 49. 48 years
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
So I do know what the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense was about. Not racist, not oppressive. It was about the people. And I'm just going to say that. I need you to understand that. So, study your history. And I hear a lot of people generally talking about, well, the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense is a racist group. The original Black Panthers are a racist and a hate group. Here's my response to that. Tell me one time, and I'll say it again, when Black Panthers have blown up a church and killed 4 children. I'll wait. Name me one time when the Black Panthers have stopped buses of black and white people who wanted to fight against racism and oppression, beat them and kill them. I'll wait. Name me one time when the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense and the original Black Panthers have stopped people from voting and killed them to keep them from voting. And especially, name one time when the original Black Panthers and the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense bombed a whole community of black people. Can you say Tulsa, Oklahoma? And can you say the Move in Philadelphia? Never. Never. So do not, I'll say it again, do not confuse us with the KKK, because we are very different. We are not a hate group, and I'm going to say it again. I'm not talking about other groups. I'm talking about the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense and the original Black Panthers. That's what I'm talking about.
And if you look at those speeches, like you bringing up Huey, if you go look at any of the lectures, any of the speeches Huey and Bobby did, they always scan the camera around a room. You see a room full of every race at every lecture. Damn near you saying black people and white people, and they specified We don't hate anybody. We got white brothers and sisters. We are against the establishment. And you made a good point today in the car when you said, and you got me thinking, when you think about the original Black Panthers, the first thing you do is you visualize the military aspect of it. The black men with the berets and the guns.
Right.
But you don't think about, we're a help group. We help. People say, when you ask them about the Black Panther, they say they was powerful or they was, but nobody says they was helpful to the people. Like, we do more helping than anything else.
You know what, General? You are absolutely correct in that. People have it. I'm not a young dude. When y'all say have it twisted, is that what you say? Don't get it twisted. That's not what it's about. It's about helping the people. That's what it was about. This show is going to be enlightening and inspiring you on every level. Every Thursday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, the Lair of the Black Panther. Sit back, relax, grab your verbal milk and your revolutionary cookies. All that, sit down and get educated. Because I'm not going to tell you nothing that's not correct and nothing that's wrong, and neither is General Judy, the second in command of the original Black Panthers. Listen.
And we're going to do white on white crime too.
Every week. You might not like it. You might not like it, but it's the truth. Stop saying black on black crime, and we're going to stop saying white on white crime.
True. Crime is crime.
Crime is crime. It doesn't matter. Because if Pookie and Ray Ray shooting up the neighborhood, Pookie and Ray Ray need to be arrested and going to jail and prison. But if Oscar and Biff in the white community is doing the same thing and selling opioids, they need to be locked up too. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. Crime is crime.
True.
And man, but you know, with this being our first show, we're gonna end each and every show with the General Speaks. And anybody who's been listening to me being on the radio knows this is my theme music. And here we are, and now listen to the theme music because the General, the biggest Panther in the jungle, King Rick, speaks.
Wow. And we gotta, hold on one second, I'm coming, General. But I want to say, the General King Rick has got his own YouTube channel. He keeps saying he's a dinosaur. We bringing him into the new age.
Ooh.
So he actually, he got a new Instagram and a YouTube channel.
And what is that? I don't even know what that is.
We'll be a lot more efficient in the weeks to come. But we'll throw everything in the chat box, and we're going to post all his links all at once, so we just ain't keep doing it. You'll have all of his links. You'll know where to catch him at. His YouTube channel, where he going to have some new material, just him doing whatever it is that he chooses to do. And then y'all just go support the General, man. Please do, because this is our generation, our generation's leader. You're not going to get this. We sit back and we watch the speeches when Malcolm and Martin and Marcus and all those other people talked and they spoke and they did their thing. And it'll be easy to overlook the guy who did that for this generation because you caught up in it. So you ain't paying attention to all of those guys that we revere and we talk about. We got one right here amongst us, and we worried about the old guys, which you supposed to deal with your history. But you got history right in front of you. And they say you got to give them their flowers now.
I like flowers. I like chicken too.
We got you some chicken. You ain't even eating. All right.
So let's get on with the grand verbalizer and the General Speaks.
African. Come and step with brothers, step, we'll see what's happening. We'll take the bass low, coming from a zero. Tell me what a sissy know. Uncle Lesson is a new flow. Stalking, walking in my big black boots. living off the earth, eating herbs and fruits. The children await me by the mountain in the river and gather around the fire for the scroll that I deliver. Let's speak of a house that's from the sand to the sky. And devils of a doubt and want to measure how high. If life reveals you, your mind can't catch it.
Courtesy of the Fair Use Act.
Say it again.
Courtesy of the Fair Use Act.
Listen to this part. Chili and Manila, chocolate and vanilla. How can a polar bear swing the vine with a gorilla? Stop.
My home is a void. You're drowning in abyss. I teach you punk code and don't preach a rap rhyme. Harambe to the sun as the mortals axe time. The fucking lesson comes, the sundial speaks.
And now, the king speaks. Allow me to be transparent and honest. COINTELPRO is still active in every strong black movement and others across America. If you notice that after NFAC and them armed marches and the armed march in Tulsa, there has been chaos, carnage, and mayhem, death threats, and all of that, and groups splitting since those actions. Uncle Sam, A. Edgar Hoover, who developed COINTELPRO, is still active today. When you were marching with NFAC, when you were marching in Tulsa, there were people dressed in fatigues, in all black, claiming to be Panthers and supporters, yet they were federal informants, yet they were the alphabets, and I say alphabets, the FBI, the CIA, the NSA, Homeland Security, whoever, were marching right next to you. Look at the chaos that's going on in a lot of organizations today. It happened back in the 60s and 70s when J. Edgar Hoover designed COINTELPRO to cause dissension, and it's still happening today. Some of you need to study it and understand it. Those people that you're marching with, if you don't know them, they got on black, they got on the mask. You know who they are? I'm just saying, don't be lulled into complacency. And remember, black is beautiful, black to the future, and I'll be black. Our first exciting episode of the LAIR of the Black Panther. Man, y'all gonna come here, y'all gonna get fed, educated, enlightened, and inspired. This is our first episode. Tune in every Thursday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, where you're going to see the biggest panther in the jungle and general unity of the original Black Panthers for the LAIR of the Black Panther. I'm out, General. Anything you need to say before we go?
Tune in next week. And when you these videos that we do here, we will be placing them on his channel. And there's an intro. So when you see it on the channel, we have an actual intro and an outro that you will witness, and it's dope. So, Yahoo. Yahoo means peace.
All power to the people.